it sort of all happened under the radar, but one radical environmentalist activist has actually been shuffled out of the Prime Minister's office. Zoe Karen is a former World Wildlife Fund employee who actually co-authored a book about climate change with Elizabeth May of the Green Party. The book was called Global Warming for Dummies. Yeah, it is for dummies. I know there's a couple of jokes in there for me to tell, but I'm just going to take the high road and move on here. Now, Karen has been quietly working behind the scenes in the Prime Minister's office with that other former World Wildlife Fund troll, Gerald Butts. But now she's gone. But do not get too excited, my friends, because they did not turf this hippie. Instead, the Liberals gave her a lateral move to somewhere where she can be even more destructive and more effective to the Prime Minister's anti-oil agenda. They actually made her chief of staff to the Natural Resources Minister, Jim Carr. This is a fox in the henhouse scenario. This is a worst case scenario because Zoe Karen is now running the ministry in charge of oil and gas and mining in all of Canada. So let's take a look and see how she feels about these things, oil and gas and mining. Well, I know she really, really hates coal. She sends out a lot of gleeful tweets about the death of the coal industry, like this one here. Breaking, world's largest public bank commits to end funding for coal power. Thank you. Yeah, I'm sure the unemployed coal miners aren't as happy about it as she is. And she inaccurately predicted the death of coal when it's actually seeing a resurgence under President Donald Trump. And as far as Canada goes, Alberta is the Saudi Arabia of coal. Just look at this map of our coal deposits. The image is from mining.com, but they use Natural Resources Canada data to compile it. You know, where Zoe Karen works now. And she wants to just leave it all in the ground, along with all the wealth it brings. An attack on coal is an attack on Alberta. Now, Zoe Karen also calls the oil sands, Canada's greatest resource, by the pejorative name tar sands. And she does this over and over. Just look at this tweet here. Big stuff. European Commission sticks to its plan to label fuel from tar sands deposits as highly polluting. Zoe Karen is happy to see Alberta Oil getting a crazy warning label for its alleged carbon intensity, but Sharia and conflict oil are just fine in your tank unbeknownst to you. And you can tell someone is really, really getting their science on when they call bitumen and the oil sands tar. And what does Karen really think about pipelines? Well, she doesn't like them at all, particularly Keystone XL. Here's this one tweet here. How Obama shocked Harper as Keystone's frustrator-in-chief. Oh, by the way, majority of oil must stay underground. You guys, that's a double whammy right there. No pipeline and leave it in the ground. I think that's the center square on your crazy hippie bingo card for those of you playing along at home. So Karen doesn't even like the most likely pipeline to proceed. And what about all the other pipelines in general? Well, Karen hates them. They aren't going to happen as far as she's concerned. Just look at this tweet here. If oil pipelines don't get built, it's a risk to investors, and we can't keep building in the face of climate change. We can't keep building? No, we must keep building. The world needs more Canadian oil. Why on earth is someone like this anywhere near Canada's natural resources? Well, I think it's for the same reason Rachel Notley put Sephora Berman in charge of the Oil Sands Advisory Group. Trudeau hates the oil sands and he hates coal. Actually, he hates the West and Alberta in particular. So when it's politically bad to be the one saying no, to be the one killing an entire province's economy, you just hire someone else to do it for you. And then you have that person you hired put roadblocks up in the form of seeking social license. And then you call it balance. Do you think a single pipeline will ever get done when the people in charge of our natural resources hate pipelines so much? Yeah, me neither. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn-Reid. At The Rebel, we advocate for Canada's natural resources even when 3 levels of our government won't. To never miss a story, be sure to subscribe to our new Rebel Canada YouTube page.